Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, there's the voice. Now I'm gonna try and maneuver for it to go right down here. Let's see if I can do that as well. There you go, pop-up magic. How about that? Um, let's also zoom in a bit. All right, so we're playing continuation of Starter Kit S27 Stanford, New Zealand, and it's German turn 3, and it's our rally phase. So let's take a look at all the broken units and see if there's any transfers. Alrighty, we have just a few units up there. So the leader needs an 8 or less, and he makes it. Let's unbreak him. Since he's an 8 -1 leader, this fellow has a base 8, 9 for the terrain, and 10 or less with the leadership modifier. They make it. There you go. Here we don't have any brokies. Here, that's a soft rally because the 8 is encased in a square. So it was 4 or less because he was under desperation morale. Nope, but his DM comes off, and that baby stays there. Now, pretty much, we got a couple of things going on. So that is a rally. We have no brokies down here. And we're going to go to prep fire. And the point is to capture all these multi-hex buildings. So, and we need to guard this because the reinforcements are going to come down here on turn 5. So we got to guard this building and prevent it from being captured. Okay, so we're going to go on to fire and try and get rid of this guy. So let's see what we got here. Got 1 hindrance, +3 tem, -1 leader, a range of 5, and his range is only 4. So we got 2.5 and 7, makes it a 9, but only goes up to 8 on the infantry fire table. 8 up 3, which is a great shot. Let's see what we can do. 10. Huh, absolutely nothing. Okay, so everybody else is going to move, I think. Okay. I think we got more prep fire. So the artillery piece has the bead on us. This 447 has the bead on us as well. So we'll do an 8 flat here and see what happens. 8 flat. 7 on the 8 is a 1 check. And these guys prep fired. So a 1 check. Morale check 1. Breaks. Are in close combat. Now, turn 2. Oh, yeah, turn 3, we don't get the that LV. So we have to be a bit careful, or as careful as can be. All right, so let's do what we can do. Let's go on to movement. We got to get down to the victory location area. So we'll start up here and we'll do non-assault movement 1, 2. He'll take an 8 down 2. See what that gives me. Gives me a heck of a lot to worry about. 8 down 2. Fired, and it's 2 on the 8, which is a 1 KIA. So he goes off to the Axis casualty bin. He first fired, and there is now 4 resids in there. And now he'll go 1, 2, and he'll take a 4 down 2. Four on the 4 is a 1 morale check, and they pass. So he went 1, 2, 3.5 to there. He first fired, final fired, and now there's 2 residuals there. And these boys are going to go all in. No, they're not. Yeah, well, they are. Okay, so this is what they're going to do. They're going to go 1, 2, 3.5, and 5 to there. See if I could fire from here to there. What it would do, and doesn't look too promising of a shot. And what do we got here? Ooh, we only got a lonely 248. So this fellow here is going to go 1, 2, and 3, 4 to there. This fellow here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 to there. And these folks here, they're going to assault move. This fellow is going to go see there's a crest line there. That's good. There, 2, 3 to there. Now he has a choice to change covered arc or try and fire there, and he's going to maintain his posture there. So these guys are going to follow suit and go 3 to there. Try to break through somehow. You know what? I'm going to take that over. That's not. Oh yeah, I won't. I'll take it there because trying to get to this guy is not going to be a good idea. No. Okay. All right. We moved everybody there on that side. Here we're going to assault move to there, and he'll take an 8 up 3 because why not? IFT blink nothing. He first fired, and he can fire a 4 up 3. We'll do it. It's a bad shot, but there it is. He final fired. And now this fellow is going to try and fire there, even though it was an assault move, line of sight. We got it. So that would be a range of 4. So it would be an 8 up 3. Nothing there as well. And they final fired. All right, so let's go to defensive fire. This guy can't fire anymore. This guy has nobody to fire at. So he'll fire at his acquired target. So it'll be 10 to hit. Right? And take a 12 shot even. And they're, I think, eliminated. Off to the Axis casualty bin. Okay, he will intensify. So he'll intensify to here. The AC goes away for now. Flip it over. and he'll do a 6 to hit, +2 for the intensifier, and nothing else. 6 to hit breaks down on a 10. To hit 7 doesn't quite cut it. Hack goes to there temporarily, and he intensified. All right, and he final fired. Forgot to put the marker on him, and a 4 up 3. But I thought, okay, advancing fire. Now he has a soft fire, so he has a 6 up 3 going in there. Good shot, 7 on the 6. We'll take the normal. And they make it. Okay. Surprised he survived. So here we got 8. So we'll take an 8 up 2. Nothing. And we'll do a 2 up 2. I don't think that's anything as well. And these boys are going to fire group and do a 3.5 plus 3.5 is 6. 6 up 2 because they're combining their leadership DRM. It's not leader directed, so they cower to a 4. 6 on the 4 is a normal again. We can remove all residuals. So they advance fired. Still advance fire here. This act came off because the unit moved. So there we got 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 4 is 13, 12. 12 up 2. 12 on 12 is absolutely nothing. Fired. Let's go to the route phase and remove all moves, all prep. Sorry, technically this fellow can voluntarily route and go back to there. He can probably break and route, but not sure what we can do. Anyways, 1, 2, 3 to there. There's no other broken units. All nice and dandy. And let's go on to advanced phase. Advanced, we already have a quad in there. What we're going to do is in there with the leader. Now we got 8, 9 to our 7. We'll put in this guy as well, like that. Just to put everybody in order, let's put these folks here on top a little bit. Like this. Later on top as well. Okay. Don't need to roll up for ambush because they already were in a melee. And here, we're going to go into CC. There. Pretty awesome. All right, so what do we got here? We got rising on top. All right. We got 9 versus 10. Kind of unbelievable. 8 plus 2 is 10 versus 9. So we got a 1-to-1 versus a 1-to-2. Hmm. German player goes first. 1-1 -1. Needs a 6 or less, I suppose. 6 on a 1-1, that's nothing. And then going back at 1-2, that's a whole. Wait a second. That was advanced phase. Forgot to advance these two guys in here as well. Sorry, boys. Okay. So that's more like it. All right. I'm really screwed up. Let's see. Uh, let's make sure we are done with advance here. So um, this as well. These guys advanced into there, and these guys will advance like this. Do things properly. Okay, that looks more like it. Okay, we did this, and it was inconclusive. Let's not forget the CC here. Here we got a CC and ambush. So the German player goes first, then the British, no ambush. And here we got a 3-2 versus a 1-2. Okay, so 3-2. Actually, I'm going to do a 3-2 and a 1-1 for the British against the German. 3-2 first. Nothing. They're locked in MLA. Here there isn't an ambush, and we got a 6-2, so we have a 3-1, back 1-1. So 1-1, so 3-1. Then I'm gonna go back 1-1 against the half squad. That actually got him. 1-1 against the half squad. Needed a 5. Casualty reduced them to nothing. Yep, exactly. And the yak comes off. They're still locked in melee. This fellow goes off to the graveyard. His weapon drops to the ground. We have 3 melees going on. Here we got a roll for ambush, German first. And the New Zealanders, they get a -1. Yeah. So the New Zealanders ambush, they're going 1-2 -1. That's a 6 on a 1-2, not quite. And now 1-1 for the German, +1 because it was an ambush. Nothing, they're locked in melee. Flip. Okay, and that concludes German turn 3. Oh, looks like we did all our close combat and ended up all in melee everywhere. How much I can do about that? And we'll do an incremental save and start British turn 3. Let's roll it over to rally phase and grab a little marker to call it the British reinforcements coming in turn 5. Rally phase. Let's turn on the Brokey counter. Broken. Well, my first self rally can be here, which would be a 3 or less. Pretty awful. All right, DM comes off temporarily. Now it's the British turn, so we get to fire first. So we'll try to return the love here again. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be an 8 up 3. 10, absolutely nothing. He prep fired. Up here, we're going to roll a 12 up 1 against them. All right, 12 up 1. On the 12. Now that's something. 4 on the 12 is a 3 morale check. Morale check 3. The leader needs 7 or less. Of course, he breaks. And the squad will need a 5 or less. Don't have to worry about ELR. ELR is 5. We're going to keep it real. Keep this guy out of the picture. And now here, I have a choice of reinforcing this melee here. Would be 8 to 5. And an 8 to 5, what would that give me? I have a cell sheet here. Won't give me much. It'll be probably a 1 to 1 and 1 to 2. 8 to 5. Actually, an 8 to 5 would be a 3 to 2. And the way this thing works is over here, well, I'll show it to you. Over here, I have a formula, right? So I can put 10 for the attacker, 5, that's a 2 to 1. If I bring it down to 8 and change it, 2 to 1. And over here, I have a reminder of all the close combat DRMs. And what's highlighted with the green asterisk applies to vehicles. All right, so 3, 2, and I think I'm going to go on to movement. That's fire movement. I will do a non-assault movement 1, 2, 3 to there. That will allow me to reinforce this melee. That's all for movement. I'm going to advance this guy in on my advance phase and take advantage of the fact that it won't be hit. But turning to my defensive fire, this fellow is going to fire there just for the yak. Well, he missed, but he gets the yak in any case. So flip, and here's my -1 yak there. Any other defensive fire? Ramke is going to fire back, and he's going to fire back at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2.5, 7, yep, 8 up 2. This is an 8 on the 8, which is a normal, and rate, normal morale check. See, passes, and then passes. Now we'll do a 6 up 2, 6 up 2. 10, that's nothing. So he final fired, and everybody is inconsequential to everything else there. All right, and these guys here can probably fire group and fire. There's a lot of hindrances. Yeah, it's not a shot worthwhile taking, even if we count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it'd be 2, 4, 4 plus 3 is 7. It will be a 6 up 5. Not worth taking. So let's go to advancing fire. Advancing fire, I don't have any. And route. Route, there's nobody to interdict them, and the closest woods are here, away from here. So he would go 1, 2, 3, 4 there. This guy was not fired upon, so he's not routing, and we should have taken off all the up, def, and moves, but now everything has been moved. Advanced phase, let's do it right this time, opposed to the last time where we smacked up close combat and advance. So now he will advance to there. Or 3-2 attack. Okay, let's do the first one here. First one is going to be a 1-2 or a 1-1. I'm going to do a 1-1 against the 467. British goes first. Oh, and now we're going to do a 3-2 against the British unit. Oh, they're staying melee. And here we got 9, 10, 11, 11 to 9. 1-1 and 1-2. Okay, let's do the 1-2 against the against all the Germans. 1-2. 1-2. That's a casualty reduction, and then firing back the Germans. So we'll do the random selection first after. So the Germans go 1-1 -1. Nothing. So we got a casualty reduction. So in starter kit, we have random selection, and only one person can get the casualty reduction. So it'll be 9 -1, 467, 467 with the LMG and the ATR half squad. So let's do that. Random selection. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the second squad in the stack is going to be that's the fellow with the, oh, that's the first squad. That was leader, first squad, second squad, third squad. So the first squad gets casualty reduced, half squatted, and then you go clone and put this guy into the casualty bin. Always good to track your casualties because it's a good measure of what's going right and what's going wrong. We're basically going left to right. 1-2 and a 2-1. 1-2 first. Another 4. Okay. 2-1. Oh, so he is now casualty reduced. I've squatted. Bone. Still in melee though. Oh, we advanced into there. That's good. We didn't forget the advance phase. Now we got an 8-5, which is probably a 3-2 again. Yep. 2 minus, well, let's see, 3-2, and I can go 1-1. I'll go 1-2. So 3-2 first for the British. Nope, and 1-2. Could have gone 1-1. Well, I wanted to still too easy. Still locked up. Oh well. Let's go to that and do our incremental save. Okay, rally phase, turn 4. We have a whole slew of, oh there. Rally phase, this fellow had to advance there. We forgot about that. We keep forgetting things like this. They're important rangers, important stuff. So let's try to acquire the gun, and they did so. Now we'll try and rally these boys. We have a self rally. Let's take a look. Everybody's getting eaten away by attrition, in close combat. So the leader needs a 5. No, needs a 6. 6 or less. I'll make it. DM comes off. I should have been able to rally the other squad. Okay, so of all these troops that we have up here, everybody's tied up in close combat except them. So let's go to um, prep fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be again a 8 up 3. That's a pin task check. So let's take a pin task check and they prep fired. Squad is pinned. The leader. So let's go to movement. See what we can do. I just noticed something here. Let's fire here. 7 to hit. Oh well. 7 to hit. He prep fired as well. That was the most useless prep fire I've seen in a long time. They prep fired. They prep fired. Movement follows. 1.5. 2.5. 1.5. 2.5. 3.5. 4.5. Staying there. Half 3 or 5. Stay there. That was my movement. Opportunities to fire. Defensive fire. Nothing much. Fire, we're going to have what? A 4 up 3. We'll do a 4 up 3 and see what happens. 5 on the 5 on the 4. Not too sure if a pin unit can get right. So let's go here and say funnel fire. 1 check. Ram K first. Breaks. And 548. Breaks. Take advantage of that break. I'm going to turn off my camera. It's gone purple. I don't know why. I'll take advantage of that break. We're in for a very hard landing. Let's center our queen. And continue with that's a fire, little fire there. That's a straight up, at least an 8 to hit. So let's do it. That's hit, no rate, and a 12 even. That's probably nothing. 11 on the 12th chart is nothing. So he final fired as well. But his ACK now becomes a -1. Whoop. To there. With that said, we're gonna go to advancing fire, and I'm pretty confident he doesn't have line of sight, but I'll check and fire only the inherent firepower. There you go. Fire. That's it. I don't think I have anything for advancing fire. I'm a bit worried because all these guys are all over the place here. I like to say a lot of times to Livy. All right, so route phase. And let's remove all moves, all prep, and death fire. Turn player routes first. Go stay where he is. He has no choice. He has no choice. He just doesn't. Um, you just have to hope that he rallies. If you are rooting for the German player, that is. Okay, route phase, advance phase. Let's not forget to advance. And we'll advance there. And that's all she wrote, really. Okay. Remove the moves. Let's go to close combat. We'll go up from left to right. Here, we got a 3 to 2. I'm the German, so I go first now. And I 1 to 2. 3 to 2. That usually does the trick. And that has implications. I think there's leader creation involved there. And starter kit, so I don't think infiltration is in play. And so the fire back at a 1 to 1 is going after this squad, so he half squads. Don't do that. Okay, good. Let's half squad him. Clone. And this guy's gone as well into the casualty bin, allied casualty bin. And we said it's leader creation, so we'll just roll a 1d6 and then do the additions later. That's a 1. That's pretty awesome. Pretty sure it's leader creation. Yeah, so -1 for German. Base morale is 8 or less. It's another -1. So they get an 8 -1 leader. I'm just going to copy this guy, clone him, put him up there. It. Better. There you go. Melee is gone. You have an 8 -1 leader stuck there with a half squad. Oh well. Making some tea, guys. Here, now we got um, 9 versus 9. So we'll go 1 to 1 -1 for the German. 1 to 1 flat against the Germans with Freiburg. Really killed everybody. Here, it's a 1 to 1 first, German first, 1 to 1. That's infiltration as well, but that type doesn't exist in starter kit. Okay, here 8 to 5. I believe that was 3 to 2. So let's do the 3 to 2. No, let's do the 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Yes, 1 to 2. German player 1 to 2. Here we go. So that's a casualty reduction. Now let's do the 3 to 2. So one squad doesn't matter. That's casualty reduced because none of them are holding weapons. They're identical. Half squad, clone, allied casualty bin. They're still stuck in melee. Okay. To do the incremental save and remove all pins. Turning to be quite interesting. Okay, so we're back with British turn 4. We have some brokies. This fellow is going to try and self-rally. Nope, he needed a 7. This guy's going to try and repair the mortar. Nope. And down here, that leader needs a 5 or less. Makes it. Squad needs a 4, 5, 6 or less. I'll make it, but the DM comes off. Now we're gonna try and eliminate this guy. We can't forget about this dude. Rally? Yes, we can. Oh well. All right, so let's go to prep fire. And in terms of uh, prep fire here. Uh, yeah, we'll do that. Let's prep fire there. To hit, probably a 9. Now 12 even. 8 on the 12. Still a 1 check. We're gonna move our act to there, to H10. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 to hit plus 1 for the 10. Makes it, no, yeah. 7 to hit. Not hit, but our act moves to there, and they prep fired. Okay. And here he'll prep fire. I'm doing 8 flat shot. 8 flat to there. 5 on the 8. That's pretty nasty. 2 check. So 6 or less for the leader. 6 or less for the squad. However, he prep fired. Now let's go on to movement. We'll go double time. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, DMing this person. And he'll go double time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably attack them there, but I chose not. Okay. And now this fellow will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. So the time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there, DMing these guys as well. And now we're in a bit of a pickle. So defensive fire. We'll fire from here to there, and that would be a 6 up 3. Really nothing. Doesn't have any shots. And I'm not too sure. Okay, he's there. Yeah, I am sure. He's there because he was newly created and just Yeah, just created during close combat. Firing back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 up 3 ain't worth it. Yeah. So let's go to advancing fire. No point in firing on troops that are about to be eliminated, but I think they might try and skedaddle. Um, so here, actually here, we'll do a 6 up 1 for the fun of it. 6 up 1. I don't have any other advanced fire, but on route phase, we clean up the board. And these guys, if they can't see these guys, can probably low crawl to there. Let's see. Let's try that again. So they don't. So they can low crawl to there because they or take interdiction. And what kind of gun do they have? Oh, it's a LMG. That's all nice and dandy. So they can low crawl to there, and that's where they stopped. This fellow here, um, getting closer. 1, 2, 3. Uh, and low crawl or route F8. Nope. I think they would be eliminated for failure to route. If they route here, you see this guy, they can't stay adjacent to this guy even though they can't see him. They can route back, they can route there, um, can't certainly route there, so these guys are eliminated for failure to route. Now was turn for Bravo, and he'll stay where he is. Oh, it wasn't. Let's advance. Well, these guys are eliminated for failure to route as well, except the leader. So casualties, axes. Completely forgot about these guys. All right, so now advance. Wishful, wishful thinking on my part that advance, 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 advance. So this guy here can try to pick up the LMG right off the bat because the other unit was eliminated. Blink. But they're going to jump into close combat with them. I believe that this game is being decided on close combat, but anywho. Virtual anywhere. This fellow will probably advance to there. Yep. Okay, now let's do our close combats. We have a 1-to-1 again, so it's a British player turn. Yep, 1-to-1 flat. One, nothing. Got a 1-to-1. Germans first. Nothing. And have a 6-to-5 now. 1-to-1. Attacking back at 1-to-2. So with a 1-to-2, you get a 4 less. Okay, so he is now officially gone. +1, -1 for stealthiness for the British. And the leader, no. And here we got a stupendous big amount. an 8-1 +1. That did it. Yep. Back at 2, 4. One to 4. I need a 3. But after the 4, 4, 7, because the 4, 5, 7 would be acting with the leader. So casualty reduces, and it's actually a -1. The leader is eliminated, but not before killing a. It was a 1 to 4, killing a squad. So the 4, 4, 7 goes away. That was 3B, 4B, 4B. Actually saving it on our end. Maybe the T isn't working. VSAV. All right, let's turn it over to German turn 5. Far from the objective, rally phase. Starting with self rallies. So we got none. So here we'd probably need a 4 or less because he's not in rally terrain. On here, he needs a 4 or less. And comes off. Try and recover the MMG. Adding 1 to the dice roll. No. Here. Yep. Okay, good. Let's go to Fire. Step 3 there. 6 on the 6, I believe, is a big one check. Leader needs 8 or less. Breaks. Squad needs 6 or less. Breaks. Only what got him was this boy here. 50. Okay. That said, oh, broken there. Start moving. Uh, 2. 4. Hit CX5 to there. This fellow is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This fellow is going to go 1.5, 3, 4.5, 5. These guys are in a pickle. Whenever we could move. Let's go to uh, fire. It's the British turn to fire back. And fire principles. And here though, 12 flat, I'll take it. On the 12 chart, the 3 morale check. Okay, so leader needs 7 or less. That's it. And the squad needs a 5 or less. Half squads. That was my advancing fire. Advancing fire, rather. So let's go on to advancing fire. I don't think I have any. Yeah, actually, we are. Oh, I got confused. But it's actually these guys that defensive fire. Advancing fire, we don't have any. Route phase. Let's remove all prep fire moves. The route phase, nothing. Well, actually, yeah, here. There you go. That helps. Let's remove all the moves. Let's go to advanced phase. God, it was the German turn for a second or so. These boys are going to move here. These guys are going to move there. This fellow is going to move there. And that's all she wrote. So let's go with the melees. Down here, they're all settled. Here, I believe we have a 1-to-1 again. Yep, 1-to-1 -1 first. That did it, and 1-to-1 flat. I did not do it. So 1-to-1 -1. You rolled a 4. So the boys are gone. That was great fighting. Here, you got a 1-to-1. They're the half squad. Now they're in a bit of a pickle, the Germans up there. Just got liberated. Okay. So close combat. We did it. We'll pause on our end. So that was just turn 5. And now it's the turn to rally phase. And the first thing we have to do is bring on our reinforcements. So Our self rally will be here, 7 or less. And regular rallies, I have one here, and we need powerless. That's all she wrote there. And 6 or less. And the DM comes off here, the milli comes off here as well. Now, I have my reinforcements. And fire. For that, we'll try and pick up the and it will be like so. DM does not come off there. The route probably leave the heavy behind or the medium behind. Okay, so prep. It'll be an awful shot, so we won't take any shots here. Yeah. Okay. Let's go straight to movement. This fellow here, he will assault move to there, like that. This guy caught everybody, but his CX counter now is off. Okay. This guy on, and then here. Let's see, free line of sight check, I suppose. Guys are under DM. Last batch of team. Last batch of tea. This is going to be part 2 of 3, I suppose. So now, we did everything we could. Go to defensive fire. And we'll defensive fire here against there. That would be a 12 up 4. Nothing. 4 up 3. Thing. We're in a bit of a pickle. Do that. So let's go on to advancing fire. Second movement. Look at what I forgot here. Okay, let's do it here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop. Here, these are gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this fellow here is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 to stop. And yeah, defensive fire. He final fired. a 4-up, whatever happened. This guy's in a very sorry state. This guy can't see anybody. All right, advancing fire. Do a 4-up 3 because we can't cower. Five on the 4. There's a 1 check. So let's do that. Breaks. And 7 or less. Makes it. The advance fired. Here to there. Will be a 8 flat shot. 9 is a pentas check. They pass. He advance fired. Let's go to route. Up the board. He doesn't have to route. He has to route. This. Guys have to route and they can route to there as well. Okay. Um, advanced phase. He and comfortable with the positions that they hold, but we'll just go like this. And these guys will go here, because I hate to do so. Okay. Advanced phase is over. Close combat, none. All right. Cleaned out all our melees. The map is shaping up to be quite spectacular. And quite honestly, I don't think the Germans now have what it takes to win, because the reinforcements came in. There's hardly any squads available to take over the rest of the units, and up here, these guys were tied into so much close combat, and with the elimination or redundancy, we made this guy redundant. Uh, the the artillery guns being up there did make a bit of a difference. I'm going to try something new the next time I play, but I think I can conclude here and throw in the towel as a German player and call it a British victory, which is not far from the truth as to what really happened in Crete, except for the fact that due to the way that the British leadership and communications were structured on the island of Crete, plus the other important factor was that they not all the allies had compatible arms and ammunition. Um, they ultimately lost the battle, but they could have very well have changed the course of history if they had provisioned their allies with compatible ammo and weapon types, and actually taken the defense more more seriously, including waking up to the fact that they couldn't lead from the rear. They had to like the Germans did. Yep. So let's call this a New Zealand victory. This, if you want to look at the war data for S27, New Zealand wins 2-1, 2-1 ratio. And if you want to take a look at the casualty bin, here, but as you can see, uh, the early New Zealand troops in the northern flank got really a bad mauling by the Germans, but here it's almost like the actual Battle of Crete here. Um, horrible outcome for the Germans. It's just put people in order here. or some semblance of order. This is the vassal casualty bin. As you can see, it's pretty devastating. And let's just do this and that. 25 to 12 as well. And I got my rolls. That's right here, which are pretty good. And if I do it twice, 702. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this two-part series of scenario S27 stand for New Zealand. Take care, and thank you for liking and subscribing. See you next time around.